5 we're going to have for each race. So if you're wondering how many laps we're going to have,
Watercraft racing, we're driven by passion because we love riding watercraft. We are the handling specialists, and what we work on are bolt-on parts for any watercraft. You can find Pro Watercraft Racing at prowatercraftracing.com. Watercraft Racing, we're driven by passion because we love riding watercraft. We are the handling specialists, and what we work on are bolt-on parts for any watercraft. You can find Pro Watercraft Racing at prowatercraftracing.com. Watercraft Racing, we're driven by passion because we love riding watercraft. We are the handling specialists, and what we work on are bolt-on parts for any watercraft. You can find Pro Watercraft Racing at prowatercraftracing.com.
Yeah, you're going to be. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to say a quick shout out and thank you to our guest announcer for our GP1 class. We got 2 guest announcers. One of them's going to be Happy, the other one's going to be Jim Dietz. So thank you for the 2 of them. They are going to be co-announcing while I'm flying the drone. We're going to make sure we have a lot of fun in the GP1 class.
Because we love riding watercraft. We are the handling specialists, and what we work on are bolt-on parts for any watercraft.
All right, so we need all runabout classes to the starting line for your practice. Practice number 4 is next. Also, another friendly reminder down on the beach. There's an awesome metal rolly beach stand down there. If you need to refuel your ski, everyone is welcome to use it. That metal, I don't know, rolling thing that you all can see it when you see it. But anybody's welcome to use that to pull their skis out of the water to refuel. And it looks like we're doing some landscaping on the beach too, making it all look pretty or something. All right, so again, this is practice number 3 out on the water. Practice number 4, runabouts. So need to be at the starting line, ready to go for the next practice. There will be a last chance practice for skis. If anybody missed their practice, there'll be a very, very last chance practice at the end of the practice lineup. Check it out. Hey, everybody in the pits, be sure to go to JetJam Racing's Facebook page. I just did it myself. All you got to do is scroll down, find the link that says JetJam Racing is live now, hit share. Share the link. That way all your friends and family at home know to check out the racing action here in Boise, Idaho.
Pro Watercraft Racing, we're driven by passion because we love riding watercraft. We are the handling specialists, and what we work on are bolt-on parts for any watercraft. You can find Pro Watercraft Racing at prowatercraftracing.com.
Okay, final call for runabout practice. Runabout practice is on the starting line, and the practice on the water is going red. And which ones are our priority ones that are the big sponsors on our shirt? Check, check. All right. Check. All right, hey, ladies and gentlemen, while we are queuing up our next race, I want to take a second to thank all of our sponsors. We're going to read through our sponsor list. This is welcome everybody to the HydroTurf JetJam Racing Tour, brought to you by Bud Light. Now, we are also sponsored by the great people over at Hidden Trails Motorsports. Special thanks to Bodyline, Scat Track, Jet Renew, M&M Marine, TC Freeride, Blosian, Riva Racing, Pro Watercraft, Rhino Power, Watercraft Journal, Team Oakley, Pro Rider Magazine, Shark Energy, O'Neill S&E, Westside Media, WCC Watercraft Club, JC Racing, and Sun Solutions. Those are our tour sponsors. We wouldn't be traveling around the West Coast without them. Thanks a bunch to them. And next up, we're going to read off a list of all of our event sponsors here at the Fly Racing Idaho Shootout. All right, so we've got practice number 4, runabout, out there on the water right now. That means practice number 5, it needs to be at the starting line to be staging. That's going to be all vintage classes, vintage 550, 650, and 750s. We need you to head down to the starting line, ready for the next practice. On the other side of the box.
Pro Watercraft Racing, we're driven by passion because we love riding watercraft. We are the handling specialists, and what we work on are bolt-on parts for any watercraft. You can find Pro Watercraft Racing at prowatercraftracing.com.
Hey, check it out. I'm looking for all of our vintage class riders to the starting line. I don't see any vintage class riders at the starting line. Your practice is up right now. Vintage riders to the starting line, please, for your practice. And all you pro runabout riders, pro runabout, that's an insult to these guys. Hey, all you Ski GP1 riders, your race is still going to be scheduled for 11 o'clock on the dot. That's only 30 minutes away, so be ready. I have a feeling that Ski GP Premier Class of the Day is going to be our first race of the day. Based on the timing of these practices, we got a few practices left, and then we might start our race day with the craziest, fastest boats of the fastest, craziest boats of the day. Okay, so I want to make sure I'm clear. All vintage classes. Well, I guess you guys are all getting ready, but start heading over there. I guess, yeah, are you guys all working on your vintage skis? That makes sense. But I see you getting your helmets on. Thank you all very much. But start heading over there to the starting line. And this right here is a great example of what we're talking about for later today during the races. We need you at the starting line at staging like way before now, for example. Very good. Yeah, this is practice. We need all of our vintage ski practices on the starting line right now. Yeah, so we got two more practices actually. This is our vintage practice is going to be at the starting line right now, and after that we got beginner ski. We may have a last chance also. Nick Lassini and Stevie Baskin, we need you guys to move the skis out of the start line. Ladies and gentlemen, the start line area is small, so you can't be storing our jet skis there, unfortunately. So Nick and Stevie, please move your skis at your earliest convenience. Thank you. All right, so vintage guys are heading over there to the starting line right on about now. Let's get our vintage riders to the start line.
We're the handling specialists, and what we work on are bolt-on parts for any watercraft. You can find Pro Watercraft Racing at prowatercraftracing.com.
All right, so we're making some executive decisions right now for our schedule. Race number 1 is going to be the first race of the day. That's Juniors 13-15 ski. And then race number 2 is going to be Ski GP1 Open. So all of you Ski GP1 Open guys, we're calling it right now. It'll be approximately 10 o'clock when you're going to be starting. But you guys are going to be in that second race. So Juniors 13-15, be ready. Juniors 13-15 ski stock, be ready. You are race number 1 today. And then we're going to go into that pro race, GP1. And then that means runabout stocks. You guys are going to be, we're still calling you race number 2, but you're technically going to be third up. I'm pretty sure that makes sense. So there you go. That's a courtesy announcement, of course, by our title sponsor, HydroTurf and Fly Racing. All right, so we've got our vintage riders at the starting line. That they're going to be. But they're fixing a buoy out there on the course, so we're going to give them a second to do just that. All right, so we've got our vintage ski riders on the starting line for their practice. Then the final practice of the day is going to be after that, which is a beginner ski. If anyone needs to do a last chance practice, you must tell me right now. Otherwise, we don't think we need to do a last chance practice. So what I need then is juniors 13-15 ski stock and pre-staging. Juniors 13-15 stock, you guys need to be getting ready at the staging beach, because race number 1, we're going to start the race day in about 15 minutes. For those of you watching online right now, welcome to the HydroTurf JetJam Racing Tour, brought to you by Bud Light. This here is the Idaho Shootout, sponsored by Fly Racing. We are here in Caldwell, Idaho, just outside of beautiful Boise, Idaho. It's a beautiful, beautiful neighborhood, beautiful day out here. We're enjoying a nice breeze and nice clouds. It's just another day in paradise.
Pro Watercraft Racing, we're driven by passion because we love riding watercraft. We are the handling specialists, and what we work on are bolt-on parts for any watercraft. You can find Pro Watercraft Racing at prowatercraftracing.com.
Check it out. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, here at the Idaho Shootout, brought to you by Fly Racing, I want to say a great, big, giant shout-out thanks to all of our local sponsors from here in the Caldwell and Boise area. This event wouldn't be possible without their support, because we've got $10,000 in cash prize money for our premier class, and that's all courtesy of our great sponsors, which include Mike's Hard Lemonade, Access Vans, Air Pro, Interstate Batteries, Cuba Homes, Carl's Cycle, Scott, Grizzly Sports, WPS, Azure Design Buildings, and Moto One. Also, a special thanks to, this has been a big effort, I have to say, by the way. There's been a lot of people doing a lot of fundraising to get this $10,000. So a big shout out to this quick list of sponsors. We've got H&F Sports Bistro, Idaho Independent Bank, Idaho Spas, YMC Heating and Cooling, Anthony Oberti, Mike Bairden Auto Sales, RMAC, Commercial Tile, North Shore Capital, NLP Secure, ADA Sand and Gravel, Summit Motors, White Pine Builders, Dennis Stubfield Sales, Meridian Automotive, Ashley Heating and Cooling, Zach Evans Construction, Robbie Financial, Superior Construction, Hoffman Auto Body, and American Tire and Auto. Thanks a tremendous amount to all of these great local sponsors here in the Caldwell and Boise area. Your support is much appreciated, and the pro riders are going to battle it out for you just minutes away from now. They all want a piece of that $10,000 pie. But on the water right now, we've got practice for vintage ski. So these are our vintage ski riders on the water, learning the course. One of them's already going down at the second buoy. These skis are a lot easier said than done when it comes to riding them. It's a lot easier to fall off of them than stay on them. Let's put it that way. And look at this. We got our beginner ski riders already going straight to the starting line right when they need to. Thank you very much for being so quick on the draw there. So beginner ski, you're the final practice of the day. You need to be at the starting line right now. This is a final call for the final practice. You need to be at the starting line right now. That practice will start several minutes from now, but there will be no other practices after this practice. So that means race number 1, juniors 13-15 ski stock. You guys are staging down there at the staging beach. We're going to be running race number 1, junior ski first. That'll be the start of the race day, and then we're going to go right into our GP1 $10,000 class. Yeah, so riders, be ready. If you're in the juniors 13-15 class, you are going to be race number 1. So that's going to be Genesis Warner, Dominic Canaday, Nathan Lesh, Revan Harris, and Mason Dietz. You guys need to be staging at the staging beach, and when the final practice, that beginner ski practice, leaves the line, you guys can head over there to the staging beach, to the actual starting line beach, I should say. Thank you.
And what we work on are bolt-on parts for any watercraft. You can find Pro Watercraft Racing at prowatercraftracing.com.
Check it out. All right, if you're watching right now live on live stream, welcome to the HydroTurf JetJam Racing Tour, brought to you by Bud Light. We are live here in Caldwell, Idaho, just outside of Boise. And if you're watching on live stream right now, do not go anywhere because we have one more practice left. Whoops, we got one more practice left. Then we're going to start our race day with some junior ski racing. And then our premier event is going to be right around 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock. Our ski GP class. We've got $10,000 on the line. 10 riders going for all the gold. And that's going to be starting right about 10 o'clock. So if you're watching online or if you're standing here on the beach, don't go far. Get your computer, get your TV screen set up so you can watch our live stream via YouTube on your smart TV. And right now we're rigging up the drone, getting ready to launch the drone, and we're going to get you some amazing coverage. We got Rick Ignacio here with live streaming 24/7. He's doing a fantastic job with a whole bunch of great cameras, and we're going to have some fun with this. Was I saying 10 o'clock? I meant to say 11 and 2. I've said 11 and 2 several times, but now I just said 10 accidentally. So yeah, 11 o'clock, coming up here in about 15 minutes, we're going to have our premier race. Thank you for that, Nicole.
Check, check, check. All right, just want to repeat the race order. We're going to have the Junior Skis Moto 1, Race 1, GP 13, Junior Ski 13-15 on the line. Then we're going to the Pro Racing right after this race. So Moto 1, Race 1 with the GP 13-15-year-olds on the line. Carrie Austin, please come down to the registration. Carrie Austin, registration, please. Thank you. All right, got to welcome everybody that came down here, the locals and the ones that drove far away. JetJam Racing 2018, sponsored by Fly Racing, is in the house. We got a few thousand people watching online right now. If you guys want to share what you're doing this weekend, tell them to go to the JetJam Racing page. The live broadcast is going on right now. Feel free to share it. Feel free to comment. Have them watch it. You can also watch it on YouTube. The YouTube Live is going on. If you got a Roku or Amazon Fire Stick, just open up the YouTube app, search for JetJam Racing, and look for the live icon. And that's going on right now. Got one more lap going on for some practice for the juniors, and then we're going to start Moto 1 for Caldwell, Idaho. JetJam Racing 2018. Just want to thank all the main sponsors here. Fly Racing, main sponsor here for the Caldwell, Idaho JetJam Racing event. We got Mike's Hard Lemonade, Access Fans, Air Pro, Interstate Batteries, Kobe Homes, Carl Cycle, Scott, Grizzly Sports, WPS, Nampa Paving, Azure Design Builders, H&F Sports Bistro, Idaho Independent Bank, Idaho Spas, YMCA Heating and Cooling, Ansi Oberti, Mike Verdon Auto Sales, RMAC, Commercial Title, North Shore Capital, LMP Secure, ADA Sand and Gravel, Summit Motors, White Pine Builders, Dennis Stubblefield Sales, Meridian Automotive, Ashley Heating and Cooling, Zach Evans Constructions, Roby Financial, Superior Construction, Hoffman Auto Body, and American Tire and Auto. Thanks for the main sponsors of this event.
So junior ski to the starting line right now, and all staff to positions. Juniors 13-15 ski stock to the starting line. Pro GP1 to staging. Pro GP1, you guys are in staging. All right, for the folks watching online, we will be starting Race 1, Moto 1 for this JetJam Racing, sponsored by Fly Racing, HydroTurf, and all right, so we got race number 1 at the starting line right now. That's going to be, again, juniors 13-15 ski stock. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome again to the HydroTurf JetJam Racing Tour, brought to you by Bud Light. We're here in Caldwell, Idaho, just outside of Boise, at the Idaho Shootout, brought to you by Fly Racing. We're going to start off our race day with some junior racing, juniors 13-15 ski stock. They call them juniors, but they still know how to ride. They'll put all of us old guys to shame. So that's going to be an exciting first race. And then stay tuned. If you are listening, watching, or somehow telepathically aware of this event, you do not want to leave, because in about 15 minutes, we're going to see some crazy fast boats going crazy fast around this course. They're going to be flying over that log jump. Pro class is going to be a 10-minute race plus 2 laps, or plus 1 lap, because it'll be a white flag. So it's going to be an interesting, that's going to be an interesting, intense moto. Juniors are going to be racing 5 laps.
All right, I need everyone, all the racers to pay attention. Go to the pit board. Know when your race order is at. You guys have to know when you'll be up online, when to stage. It will be your responsibility to make sure you are ready. That band's going to snap with or without you, so make sure you know what race order you're at.
All right, I'm pretty sure I see them all down there, but we're going to need Genesis Warner, Dominic Kennedy, Nathan Lesh, Revan Harris, and Mason Dietz all to the starting line for your juniors 13-15 ski stock class. Of course, we've got our ski GP1 is going to be race number 2. They know who they are. I'm sure they're getting ready. Runabout stock riders, Jason and Ryan, you guys are going to be in pre-staging. And again, thanks to all of our sponsors of this event. We're happy to be here. But in addition to our sponsors, thanks to all of our local riders and local racers that help find this venue and help put the donations together to come up with a $10,000 purse. What a great team effort it's been. But the JetJam crew is happy to be here to put on a great show up here in Caldwell, Idaho. What a beautiful place. I like seeing the crowd lining up along the shoreline. Everyone's ready for some racing action. You ready, Rick? Is it going to be some fun times?
It's going to be an awesome time here. Again, we got Moto 1, Race 1, the Junior 13-15 on the line. After that will be the pro race. That's the one everyone's got to see the big money go for.
That's right. How many people are watching online right now? I hope we got a lot of people ready to watch some fun racing.
We got a few hundred people watching from around the world, so people are watching, everybody. So if you got sponsors, make sure they can see you and also what you're sponsoring for them.
Yeah, if you're here standing on the beach, or heck, if you're watching online, be sure to share this live feed with your friends and family on Facebook and on YouTube, because the more people that watch it, the better. Better for them. Their luck. Their loss if they miss it.
So far for the season, we've got 100,000 people has been watching the Motor Race Series. So looking good. Come on, everybody.
Live streaming 24/7, making it happen. You got to see this setup here, by the way. Rick, you got to turn the cameras around and show everybody what you got going on here. This is the most impressive, ridiculous thing I've ever seen. There are so many wires here that I just feel like it's going to be like a spider web. I'm going to somehow get tangled up in it.
I can feel the adrenaline for the first-time racers here. If they are not sure what to do, make sure you ask the staff member.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, that was our final practice. Thanks to all the riders for getting out there and making it happen on time. We're going to have our first race coming up here in seconds, but before we do our first race, we're going to ask everybody to please stand, and we've got our American flag up there on the announcing tower, or flagging tower, I should say, down there by the starting line, and we are going to do the national anthem. All right, so ladies and gentlemen,
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Woo! Caldwell, Idaho, give it up! All right, thank you to Bree Eisner for that beautiful national anthem. Gotta love it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome again to the Fly Racing Idaho Shootout here on the HydroTurf JetJam Racing Tour. We now have our junior riders ready to rock. We are going to start them up at the starting line, and let's get the day going, huh? Yeah, man. All right, so let's read our lineup for the riders here. I'm going to turn that music down a touch. And our riders on the water today, number 4, on the Kawasaki, we got Genesis Warner out of Spokane Valley, Washington, riding for IPD Graphics. On the number 2 machine, on the number 7 machine, on the Kawasaki, we got Dominic Canaday out of Brentwood, California. His sponsors are Dad Specialty Motorsports, Greg Granich, Reno Power, Joey's Performance Marine, and Scat Track. Hey, and thanks, Dominic. He let me ride his ski for a lap yesterday. That was awesome. On the number 85 boat, we've got Nathan Leash on the Kawasaki out of Stanwood, Washington. On the number 100 boat, we got Revan Harris, and 771 is Mason Dietz out of Santa Rosa, California. And I'll read off their sponsors after they get going. Eyes on the water, ladies and gentlemen. The first race of the day at the Idaho Shootout, brought to you by Fly Racing, and they're off. Off they go. So this racetrack, they're going to be doing 5 laps. And they're going to start by doing some turns around those white buoys. Now it's yellows and reds. So this is a 5-lap race. I missed who got that whole shot, but we're going to call off some riders when they come back by the front straightaway. But we do want to shout out some sponsors for Nathan Leash on that number 85 boat. He's riding out of Stanwood, Washington, not too far from here. He's riding for Moto Shippers, EWMX Schools, JC Racing, Wiggins Custom Fiberglass. On the number 100, Revan Harris on the Yamaha. He's out of Gilbert, Arizona, a long way away. He's riding for Lone Star Trucking, IPD Graphics, Works H2O Design, and Jet Trim. And on the 771, Mason Dietz out of Santa Rosa, he's riding for Silver Lining Construction. But ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for our current race leader, tearing it up out there in the front spot. What is that? Is that Mason Dietz? I know it's a Yamaha. We got number 7 and then 85 in the second is Dominic, and 85 is Nathan in third. And then that's going to be Mason Dietz in the 4th spot. So that must mean it was Revan Harris, I think, in first. Does that sound right on the beach? Is that Revan Harris in the lead? Yeah, it is. All right. So that's Revan Harris flying way out there in the lead position. And now we just see if they can hang on. So, of course, now we need our premier class to the starting line, GP1. We need you guys to the starting line, ready for your race. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching on live stream, if you're hanging out here on the beach, the big race of the day is already coming up next. So do not go anywhere. If you're at home, I highly suggest you figure out how to use your smart TV. Time to learn how to use all those buttons on that thing and get YouTube pulled up. Pull up the JetJam YouTube channel. You're going to get to watch some in-your-face racing action. We're going to launch the drone and get you some live stream drone coverage of some awesome racing. Sounds good. And then for all you guys that are watching this for the first time and you're wondering, like, I wonder what they're kind of doing out there. What you're going to see is they go right around these yellow buoys and they go left around the red buoys. And then over those green and blues are options. They either can take the blue section or the green section. That's a split. So we'll sort of talk about it as they go around the next time. But that was still Revan Harris in first place out of Gilbert, Arizona. He's representing good for his sponsors, Lone Star Trucking, IPD Graphics, Works H2O Design, and Jet Trim. Nice job, Revan. So let's watch our leader out there going around the right side of the course over to the west. He's going to hit that yellow buoy. Now he's going to go for 3 red buoys. 1, 2, 3. Then he's going to go in for a yellow. Our leader's in the back section of the course right now, hitting that yellow buoy. Now he's going around 2 reds, and then he's going to have the option. He's either going to pick the blue course or the green course. Let's see where he goes. Revan Harrison first goes for the blue course. Keeping it simple, taking the outside. Revan Harris coming down the front straightaway. Put your hands together again if you want to. Give him some support. Go, go, go. On the 7 boat, Dominic Kennedy out of Brentwood, California, holding on to that second place spot. He's railing it. 85, Nathan Lesh in the 3rd spot. Dominic is sponsored by his dad, Specialty Motorsports, Greg Granich, Reno Power, Joey's Performance Marine, and Scat Track. Nathan sponsored by Moto Shippers, EWMX School, JC Racing, Wiggins Custom Fiberglass. And here comes Mason Dietz in the 4th spot, sponsored by Silver Lining Construction. And Genesis Warner out of Spokane Valley, Washington, riding for IDP Graphics, is working his way through the split section. All right, so I hope we have all of our riders for race number 2 at the starting line, which is going to be our GP, I shouldn't call it race 2, but we're just going to call it our GP1 class. That GP1 class at 11 o'clock, it's coming up. Runabout GP3 stock, you guys are in pre-staging, so be ready. Hey, ladies and gentlemen on the beach, put your hands together for 4X here as he goes by. He's working hard, he's hanging onto that boat. You got it, keep going, keep going. Meanwhile, he's about to get lapped by Revan Harris, who's flying through. It helps that he's on a brand new ski, and Genesis looks like his ski's about literally 30 years old. It's quite a mix of machines we have on the water this weekend. It just goes to show that jet skiing never goes out of style. Thanks. Is he? Cool. All right, put your hands together. We got the white flag, 1 lap to go for our leader, Revan Harris. That's an easy name to remember. See, now everybody, by the way, this is the beauty of jet ski racing, is you get to enjoy the action, but then also you get to kind of sit back and just relax and take a deep breath and look at the clouds. But don't forget that checkered flag. Is the checkered flag being waved? Or? Oh, I think we just have a winner there. I missed it somehow, but that was our winner. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for our winner, Revan Harris on the 100 machine. Not bad. Checkered flags waving. These two have been battling the whole time. We got number 7 pulled off the 2nd place spot. That's Dominic Kennedy. He's had some, he's been struggling a tiny bit in our race tour this year, but this was an outstanding performance by Dominic Kennedy. And then we had Nathan Leash right behind him, and now we still got Mason Dietz coming down the back straightaway with Genesis Warner. And sorry, I kind of missed that because I'm getting ready for the next race. Is a big one. I got lots of paperwork for it here. Our next race is GP Open. 10 riders. 10 riders, $10,000 on the line. Who's going to get the money? It's anybody's call. All right, is anybody making bets on who's going to win this GP1 class? Who's going to be our winner? I don't know. You got to win 4. Well, there's going to be 4 motos for that $10,000. 2 today and 2 tomorrow. So we're going to have to find out. But hey, I want to take this opportunity to. Let's see. Hey, Jim. All right. All right, so we got a sort of lost rider out there on the course, but they're going to get their way back in. So while we're waiting up, ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce our lineup for our Pro GP1 Open class here at the Fly Racing Idaho Shootout HydroTurf JetJam Racing Tour. On the number 2 boat, we're going to have Tyrone Matsouris out of Phoenix, Arizona, riding for Commander Industries, jet pilot and rock star. On the number 3 boat, we'll have David Reniger on a Commander boat out of Boise, Idaho. Local boy, if you want to cheer for the local guy, that's going to be David. He's riding for Commander Industries, Fly Racing, RM Racing, 360 Fly, Rhino Power, Jet Trim, and WPS. On the number 24 boat, we've got Derek Helm on the Kawasaki out of Liberty Lake, Washington, riding for Commander, IPD Graphics, and Weber Power. On the number 50 boat, we got Dustin Matsouris. He's on a Commander Machine 2 out of Phoenix, Arizona. His sponsors are Rockstar Energy Drink, Commander, Jet Pilot. On the 82 Bullet Racing Machine, we'll have Aaron Goecki out of Lake Havasu City, Arizona. His sponsors are Titan Performance and B-Rock Racing. On the 149 Bullet Machine out of Sacramento, California, we got Pete Zernick, sponsored by Liquid Militia, Ultimate Watercraft, Jet Tribe, Scat Track, Shark Energy, and the Gold Club. On the 182 Kawasaki out of Bountiful, Utah, one of our favorites, it's Brock Austin on a Kawasaki. He's riding for Bullet Racing, HydroTurf, Shark Energy, Jet Lift, Jet Tribe, Scat Track, Jet Renew, Hurricane Industries, Rhino Power, Cryo Heat, Oakley, 321 Kawasaki, Titan Performance, and Divas Bling. On the 242, international rider Preston Mazdoff out of Lake Havasu City, Arizona. He's on his Kawasaki, sponsored by Go Fast US, BP Concepts, Jet Pilot, Flowvision 10. Hang on, I got to get the drone up here. What are we doing? Ian Roberts and Preston Mazdoff. All right, just watch the race. Jim, the announcer, Jim, our guest announcer, we need you up here ASAP, please. Thank you.
All right, looks like we got front straightaway. We got
Number 50, Dustin Matsouris, still in the lead. He's got about 2 buoys.
Dustin, isn't he out of Phoenix, Arizona?
Absolutely. We've seen this name forever. There he goes. Clean log jump. Flying along. Is that his brother, Tyrone? It is. Jeez Louise. The Monteras family, well known in jet ski racing. Preston flying along. Ian Roberts from Sparks, Nevada, chasing for that third spot.
It's David Redlinger. Redinger, that is.
We got Brock Austin over the log jump. Oh, we got a yellow flag. We got a yellow flag. Everyone. Oh, we got technical issues on the log. We have a loose log. So for the moment, the riders will go around it. They've been told in practice to just squeeze by. So that's what they're going to do.
Having a little bit of technical difficulties on the log jump. A little bit of the band stretching out too far.
Our leader coming through, Dustin Matsuras.
The skis are so fast, a little heavy, it bounces on it, puts a little pressure on there, and there goes the rope. I think we need a Boy Scout out here to get these knots tied in.
That is for sure. Preston Madsdorf in the third position with Ian Roberts chasing behind in fourth. David Redinger really wants that spot from Ian Roberts from Sparks, Nevada. Ian Roberts from Sparks, Nevada, that is a racer. Let me tell you what.
Hey, that sounds a little biased there, Happy.
Pete Zernick, Eric Gawicki, Brock Austin. I believe Tim Warner's from out New Mexico.
Hey, and if you go on to the JetJam Facebook page, let your friends and family know if they're not here, you got a really good view through Evan's copter cam here.
Our leader coming through
HydroTurf
the
cam,
finish
sorry
line
about
again
that.
here. We're halfway through this moto. He's looking really good. Still in second place, his brother Tyrone.
So Dustin has no family friends here, huh? He's like, brother, you're out of it, buddy.
I suspect his brother would chase him down in a second if it were able. There will be no making friends in this moto.
Yeah, I want to hear the dinner conversation tonight.
I don't think they eat together. I think they brought two different race trailers because it's serious on Saturday.
Here comes Pete Zernick going by.
Pete's from Sacramento, California. That's Aaron Gawicki on one of Brock's boat. This is Brock coming through right here.
Brock is on the Sunkiss machine.
Derek Hill chasing Brock Austin down. Tim Warner from Albuquerque, New Mexico.
And that's Tim Warner on the 816.
That boat is flying. He's going to have a serious mistake to get caught at this point. His brother's 4 buoys behind him. Still a yellow flag around the log. We have it. It's almost pointed the wrong way now. We got to give it up for our race crew, though. They have so much work for them to tie 20 giant buoys down in a log of tires. I know why I'm announcing and not setting up buoys, that's for sure. Microphone techniques. I'm working on it. Pete Zernick coming around the front here. Pete has been on this tour since it started and many tours prior. He's been around forever. Aaron Gawicki's getting back in it. He's from the Bullet family, and he's proven that he can do it too. Derek Helm chasing Brock around the big sweep. Lap traffic here, our leader, Matsuris, trying to get around Tim Warner. Uh-oh. Preston Matzdorf, third place. Ian Roberts and Preston had a huge battle in Parker 2 weeks ago. Ian had the whole shot the entire race, leading, and then right on the last split, Preston got him. Age was a big thing. Preston is like 22. Ian's probably 50. Oh no, Ian Roberts down.
David's going to pass him.
Redinger trying to get him.
Oh, he's on the outside. He just saved a little bit of wash
Ian held
right
him
there.
off.
He's got the inside.
Coming across.
Hey, and just know this is the first race of the day for these guys, so it's a little bit of trial and error here. Everybody's doing great, and I'm sure the brothers are going to have some conversation about, hey, what was your fastest line?
That is for sure. Wait a minute. I've bought stuff from him. He's selling jet ski parts out of Washington.
Well, that way you don't know where his house is and you don't send any, flowers or fruit baskets.
Somebody get the accountant over here. I don't know what's going on, but we got to check into this.
So I heard he traveled pretty far to get here.
Absolutely. We got a bunch of riders putting 5 to 10 hours of driving. Some of the guys from Arizona, 16-hour drives to get to this big race. Our leader coming through the front.
Oh, looks like his brother's catching up. That's pretty quick.
That is for sure.
Oh, he's on. Here he comes. There goes Pete. I think Pete's acting like a speed bump right now.
I don't think he... Fourth place coming through, Preston Matzdorf. No, Preston is in third place. Here is our fourth place rider, Ian Roberts. Redinger really putting the heat on him.
Evan doing a great job with that HydroTurf chase cam he's got going on.
The technology of these cool cameras hooked to drones is so awesome. They can just follow the racers around, look for what's cool.
Speaking of what's
way
cool,
better than the beach. What's cool?
I'm pretty sure I saw his helicopter outside my trailer early this morning, man.
Well,
so we got to keep an eye on that guy.
If you see a helicopter out your trailer window,
just wave at Evan.
Just wave. Put your shirt on and wave. Our leader coming through, Dustin Matsuris. We got the white flag out right now, so this is our final lap. So you're going to see some fast moves and people trying to pass. Last chance. The mid-pack coming through. 2A is our second place rider. Preston Matzdorf, our third place rider. Tim Warner's still charging. Ian Roberts pressing hard from Sparks, Nevada. That guy rides hard. He trains hard, goes to the gym, doesn't party too hard in the pits, comes out to ride. You got to give it up for Ian Roberts. He's here to win.
The leader is
Handsome
coming
devil,
on the
I tell you
split
what.
right now. And
Our
our leader on coming down the straightaway.
Charging hard. Aaron Gawicki finishing up the back. And our leader and winner, number 50, Dustin Matzuris. Give it up, people.
Give it up for him.
Caw, 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 caw.
That is fantastic. Our second place riders coming in. This is number 24, Derek Helm and Pete Zernick. I do not believe there is number 2, our second place rider. We have Brock Austin, third place, Preston Matzuris. Preston Matzdorf, I apologize, people. I get too excited at these jet skis races. Oh my gosh. Ian Roberts coming in fourth. Redinger a close fifth. He tried the entire moto. He put the pressure on Ian Roberts. Good racing, good racing. Tim Warner finishing up his race, looking sharp. Good racing, men. What's our next moto?
Our next moto is Ski GP3. Oh. Our race 2. Runabout GP3. What do we got? Is it the water? Race 3. Hold on, folks. We're having a bit of a technical difficulty here.
Oh, no, it's a combined. We're retarded. We're both right. Ladies and gentlemen, a combined class coming up. Women's Ski GP2 with women's... I apologize. Let's check that one moment. Hey, this is fun, dude. You got a cool job. This is fun.
All right, here we go. All right. I say we run with that one.
It's
So-
runabout.
Runabout GP3 stock? Yep. All right, next race is the Runabout GP3 stock.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for hey, put your hands together for our guest announcers, Jim Dietz and Happy.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. This was a pleasure. I
Awesome.
love jet ski racing. You can rest assured there.
They do.
I will be back, people. I will be
believe
back.
it. I believe it. We'll see you guys back in the second race. Our next race on the line right now is going to be Runabout GP3 stock. We're going to have Jason Harmon and Ryan Olson. Sorry. But we're going to give those ski guys a second to clear the starting line. We got a little bit of congestion. But thanks for the teamwork here. No, sounds fantastic. So enjoy the live stream and the drone coverage while we can, because there may be a little bit of rain coming in a few hours from now, so we might have to put some of this away. So stay tuned or keep enjoying the show while we can while we can keep it going. But we unfortunately are going to park the drone for a bit, but that's okay. We got Rick Ignacio with his 25 cameras and 28 arms. It looks like we got some waving at the starting line. Do we have our two riders down there at the starting line? There they are. We got our two runabout riders staging now.
All right, just want to remind everyone, we got race number 2, moto number 1 for Runabout GP3 stock on the line. We got a couple of boats ready to race out there, rock and roll. Just a public service announcement. It looks like a storm coming in a couple of hours. If you got some electronic equipment like I do, make sure you guys got an Easy Up or something to bag that with. Got a total of about 14 races today. We finished just 2. We got 12 more races today, folks.
All right, we're firing them up. This is our runabout race of the day. Eyes on the water. We got Jason Harmon on the blue Yamaha. And Ryan's out of Star, Idaho. He's the local boy. He's taking it wide. It's hard to say who's going to get this whole shot. We'll know in a minute. What a safe riding there. That is some battling. Oh, but the blue guy's going to the wrong yellow buoy. That happened all day yesterday. So he's going to be down a lap. He just missed a buoy. So that definitely means Ryan Olson on the Sea-Doo out of Star, Idaho. It looks like he's in second place, but he's already your leader. Ryan, your leader out of Star, Idaho, he's sponsored by Budweiser, Oakley, Subaru of Twin Falls, Monster Energy, and Idaho Central Credit Union. And I don't think that first place, or the guy in front, Jason, he did not take the makeup buoy. He doesn't realize he missed it, so he is down a lap. Jason, he's out of La Grande, Oregon. He's riding for Harmon Upholstery, Slippery, HydroTurf, and Les Schwab Tires. He thinks he's in the lead, which is all good. He's holding on tight, and he's just going to try to hold that position. And you know, missing buoys, it happens because it's easy to get lost and kind of get tunnel vision when you're out there. The course marshal, he's going to try to help him. He's going to try to point and say, hey, come this way, but he's not figuring it out. Oh, and Ryan kind of spins out, but it's okay. Oh, now Ryan's taking the wrong course. Let's see if Ryan... Oh, Joe, boy, now Ryan just... Whoa. They're kind of all over the place, and we're going to have to keep track of how many buoys they're missing. But I know that technically Ryan's missed fewer buoys than Jason, so that's still... That's sometimes you just never do, and that's just the way it goes. But it's all about having fun. So as long as they're having fun, then... Whoa!
Whoa! That is not... Whoa! Whoa!
Jesus! Gotta love it. He technically cleared that buoy. He didn't need to do that, but hey, if anything, this is a good thing. Now Jason's behind Ryan, so maybe Jason will figure out where to go. Let's see if Ryan can take him to the right place. Go to the right, but there you go. Now you got the right idea. Oh, wait. Oh, we got... Why? Looks like Ryan is... Got it, but Jason is pulling off the course. Ah, Jason's bummed. Oh, and Ryan's a little lost. He's extremely lost. All right, this is kind of funny.
Okay.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the comedy runabout race here.
Well, now he's learning. First-time racers, you got to learn where the buoys are. Again, yellow means you got to get to the right side of that yellow buoy. If it's red, you got to stay on the left side.
Yeah.
If it's red and yellow, you can't go around in circles. But all serious, folks, if you are a first-time rider, do not go back and get that buoy. I said do not. There's somebody back there behind you, or could be, and you will be T-boned. Again, if you miss a buoy, keep on going and take up the makeup buoy. That's how it goes.
That is a very important thing to know, that's for sure. And I wasn't clear on that in the riders' meeting. Sorry about that earlier, but let's be clear on that now. If you miss your buoy, don't try to pick it up. We got a makeup buoy for a purpose. But hey, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. We got a white flag out. One more lap to go for Ryan Olson on the Sea-Doo out of Star, Idaho. He's your local rider in this race. He's again sponsored by Budweiser, Oakley, Subaru of Twin Falls, Monster Energy, and Idaho Central Credit Union. So let's watch him here. This is going to be funny. Let's see if he's got it figured out. He's on his final lap. Does he have the course figured out by his final lap? That is the question.
So he's going to go straight. He should have that yellow buoy to his right, which he's doing.
One more yellow. One more. Oh, jeez. All right. Well, he's doing a different lap every time. So he's literally creating a new course every race, which is what it is. Let's just say it is what it is.
If you do not know the course, you need to hang back and learn. If not, it will be a short weekend for you. All right, we got a quarter lap left to go for the one and only runabout racer for race 3 on this Moto 1. We're going to have a 2-moto format, so 2 sets of races.
All right, so we should have our next race on the line, by the way. Let's make sure we got race number 3, women's ski and women's ski. They need to be at the starting line right now. That said, we've got our race number 2 winner coming down the front straightaway. Ladies and gentlemen, he might have been lost, but let's still put your hands together for our race winner, Ryan Olson out of Star, Idaho. Hey, he had some fun out there. We all had a lot of fun watching him, so that's all good.
One word of advice for new racers. Do not stop at the checkered. Keep going. Do not stop at the checkered. Someone else is going to be behind you, and they're going to stop for you.
Yeah, that's right. So that was a great race. We're going to want to see Jason and Ryan over here at the announcing tower when they get off the water. So if you're with them, could you tell Jason and Ryan, come see me at the announcing tower, please. All right, our next race on the line. Let's start talking about women's ski GP3 and GP2. These are stock and modified boats. So we're going to have Genesis Warner on the Kawasaki 4X on the stock boat, and Kenya Acosta on the 151 stock boat. On the 161 in the limited class, we have 161 Trinity Klecker. On the 365, Stevie Bascom. 442 is going to be Chrissy Vaughn. 448 is Maddie Jo Taylor, and 698 is Morgan Jones.
We're going to see.
Yep, they're starting them up. Actually, they're doing some paperwork over there. They're going to start them up in a second. Here he goes. 5 laps. The 5 card is in the air. The starter's going to start the race.
We're going to see if we can technically put a mic on Happy Rollins so we can announce on the water.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, eyes on the water. These are some fast ladies. Let's see what they got. And they're off. 442 and 365 are out in the lead right now. That's Chrissy and Stevie going for the whole shot. I think it's going to be Stevie. That's Stevie on that Kawasaki in the lead. Whoa, and the third place person took quite a leap and a dive, and good thing for her, she put her hand up right away when she's in the water, letting us know she's okay and making sure the riders behind her don't run over her.
I'm learning.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is fun.
Yeah. All right, the good news is these riders all seem to know the course, so good stuff. Let's, but I'm not sure who everyone is out there, so we're going to wait till they cruise back by the front straightaway here to call off some more numbers. But let's read off some sponsors. Well, first of all, so that's Stevie and Chrissy out in first and second place. Stevie, she's out of Lake Havasu City, riding Kawasaki, sponsored by Sun Solutions, Glass Tinting, Gasket Tech, and KMG Racing. And that is definitely 3. That's Stevie coming in the first place.
She is looking sharp.
She is looking good. Representing the sponsors, nice. And then we got 442, Chrissy Vaughn out of Volcano, California. She's sponsored by IPD Graphics. In third place, let's see if we can get a number off of that. 6 something, that's 698. Morgan Jones out of Meridian, Idaho, local, riding for RM Racing. Then we got 151, that's going to be your leader for the stock class, Kenya Acosta, riding for Castle, out of Castle Rock, Washington, riding for RM. And then I think that was Genesis Warner in the rounding out the field. And there's the one. Wait, that's 151 also. 161. 161, Trinity Klecker going for the log jump. I think that's a bonus maneuver.
That's fantastic that she just hit the log jump.
Well,
that is awesome.
Technically, that is a missed buoy, though.
That was our first rider in this class to hit that log jump, and the soul points you get. We have our leader coming through, Stevie. She's on the SXR 1500. A commanding lead. Chrissy Vaughn in second place coming through, also on the new 1500.
Hey guys, I got turned around out there. No problem. You're on the yellow boat, right? Awesome.
Number 4X, Genesis Warner, charging through. She's on a vintage ski, so she's going to be looking awesome this whole race. Number 698, charging through. Chrissy Vaughn coming through. I'm sorry, Maddie Jo Taylor. Kenya Acosta, our leader in the stock class. Trinity charging behind her. And our leader, Stevie Boscombe, looking really good through this. She has almost no challenges at the moment. If she can just ride clean for a few more laps, stay on the jet ski.
Race 4.
She'll be at the top of the podium.
Race 4, X2 GP1. You should be staging Race 4 X2 GPs and Vintage GP1. You should be on staging.
Race 4 is Matthew Goad, Caleb Kyle, James Gagnon, Jeff Caselli and Scott Warner. Our second place rider, number 442, Chrissy Vaughn, pushing through. She's also on the 1500. Those things are fast. They are cool jet skis.
Got some fast with them, but they're happy. What do you think?
That's a fact. Our third place rider on an SXR, original SXR, so you got to give her a bunch more credit. She is looking sharp for that third place podium position.
And this course is big. You know, Matt, you were out there. What the hell? What do you think about the course?
This course is cool. It's different than anything we've done on the tour this entire season. It's just a different shape, and it's wide and it's big. It is a good course.
I think it's close to a mile for this whole round trip course on the lap, right?
It feels like 2 miles.
I think Bill was doing some timing, about a minute and a half for the fast boats come through.
Yes, sir. Our leader, Stevie Bosca, push it through. Once again, she's just riding super clean and has made no mistakes. So really, if she can keep that up.
Yeah, just learn the course, slow and steady until you get everything going.
Yes, sir.
And make sure you keep your pants on for the guys, not like the announcer.
I have a new shorts sponsor. They got me looking good. Shorts that stay on is the main thing. Our second place rider coming through the splits. She took the blues. That's the outside. You got to pick your split. Sometimes the blue, sometimes the green. It's a strategy thing.
So what is a split exactly?
What we have here to help with passing and excitement, part of the course has 2 lanes. We got the blue lane and the green lane. We call it the split. It's strategy. You don't know which one's faster or which one has more riders in it. So you got to pick the right one to try to make your moves and get in the lead.
All right, the white flag is out.
Rider 698, Morgan Jones, coming through the front stretch.
That's 161.
Our white flag coming out. Finish for the win, Stevie Boscom. The win. She's charging hard. I'm not sure. She is in such a zone. She's going to do another lap. Fantastic. Number 161 charging hard also, right behind her. Our checkered flag, ladies and gentlemen, that signifies the end of the race. Our white flag, that means 1 lap. We have 2 flags, an X, that's halfway through the race. If you get a red or a black flag, that is no good. Someone is either hurt or in trouble or lost. The rest of our pack coming through the splits. Our second place rider on the SXR 1500, Chrissy Vaughn, coming through the finish line. Fast. Looking good.
Looking good. Put your hands together down there on the beach for these awesome fast riders. Yeah. That's right. All right, and we've got our X2s and vintage skis on the line right now. We should have 5 riders on the line. Matthew Gode, Caleb Kyle, James Gagnon, Jeff Gosley, and Scott Warner.
I believe this is a vintage class. I see some X2s. That is awesome.
All right, so let's call that women's race a success. And one more time, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for all those fast ladies out there on the water making it look too easy. Nice job. And for our next race, again, we've got X2 GP1 Open. These skis are from the 80s and the 70s, these X2s. There are some awesome machines, but they're still tearing it up and looking good. We've got Matthew Gode out of Lake Havasu City, Arizona. He's going to be on the number 11 Kawasaki X2, sponsored by Parker Oil, Detail Specialties, and Pro Watercraft, Polymer Composites, and Mac Tools.
Caleb Kyle from Bishop, California on the number 26 boat. He actually races a couple classes, folks, so you got to give it up to this guy. He's in good shape. He's ready to race.
And he's sponsored by Pana Crew, KMG Racing, Window Fair, Jet Sports, Bomber Eyewear, and Pro Watercraft. On the number 36 Kawasaki, again, X2. The number 36 boat is going to be 36 is going to be James Gagnon out of Lake Havasu City, Arizona. Also riding for Parker Oil, Detail Specialties, Mac Tools, Polymer Composites, Retro Racing, and Pro Watercraft Racing Jet Trim.
We got a mixed class. We got a 650 engine Jeff Gosley from Marysville, Washington on the 00 boat. He's sponsored by Paulson's Motorsports.
That's right. And then our final rider on the lineup is the 4X Scott Warner on a vintage 650, 750 ski. He's out of Spokane Valley, Washington. Another local rider, somewhat local at least. He's riding for Outlaw Transport, Pro Watercraft Racing. Wow, looks like we are taking some cameras down. We might be getting ready for some rain. But hey, let's not worry about that now. Let's just have some fun. Bill Austin is starting them up. Ladies and gentlemen, eyes on the water. This is going to be a fun start to watch. Just pretend we're in 1980 right now. And they're off. Drag race. We got 4X. That's going to be Scott Warner. The 00. Jeff is going to... He's trying to actually take the whole shot away from Scott. It's going to be hard to see who gets it.
Both of these holes are 650 Kawasaki holes, heavily modified, being chased down by an X2, number 11.
That's right. Looks like a couple of the X2s had a hard start. They're not up. Oh, they're just breaking it up a little bit, having fun.
Evan, I think they are doing giving them a chance start.
Ah, let's look at that. Yeah, they got some horsepower in those boats,
sir.
don't they?
Those two guys can race those X2s, and I am almost sure they said, you boys just get going for a second because we're going to chase your butts down.
I like it. I like it. All right. Well, they are off and having fun out there. And while I got a second to think about it, I might want to suggest if you got an easy up out there, start tying them down, securing them, because the storms are coming. Hey, and that includes our easy up.
Wait a minute, we have an easy up too. Good call.
Yeah. And I think the storm's going to be like 2 hours out, maybe 90 minutes. We'll see. Maybe not at all. We'll see.
I know the pro riding storm at 2 o'clock will be pretty awesome when those pros come back to the lineup. That'll be a storm, lightning, and thunder.
Exactly. But speaking of the storm, look at that storm out there on the back straightaway. They are already, the guys that like waited a minute to start, they're already catching up to the race leaders. But let's see who. Look at this.
Is that James in the lead?
I think so. I want to say. That is going to be
on the number 11 boat.
Matthew Goday.
Oh my gosh, his teammate James Gagnon in second place.
And then 11X is, I think that's Caleb Kyle there in second.
Taking the log jump. Our ski leader. That is awesome. That is so awesome. That log jump is perfect. We have the green flag. That means we got a clean race ready to go. We're almost halfway through when the green flag comes out.
All right. And thank you, everyone, by the way, for your patience with the announcing and a little bit of goofiness going on up here. We're all just having fun, and we're all the way up here in Caldwell, Idaho. Our whole race crew is based out of like Lake Havasu, so not everybody was able to make the 10,000-mile trek all the way up here to Idaho. Those of us that are lucky enough to made it, heck yeah, we are happy to be here. But we're kind of multitasking, you know, race directing, announcing, and flying drones, things like that. So we're all having fun. But back to the race action. Glad you guys are having fun watching. Look at this battle going down the front straightaway to the checkered buoys. Let's see who's got it. I'm pretty sure that's Caleb on an 11X. I can't tell which one's got the X. There's an 11 and an 11X. Basically, that's Matthew Goday and Caleb battling it out for first place. I gotta put my drone away, I think.
All right, looks like we're about almost halfway through this race for number 4. Race number 5 Race number 5, Ski GP4 Stock. You should be coming up for staging. Ski GP4 Stock, race 5. If you are racing, you should be coming up soon here.
Ladies and gentlemen, our leader, Caleb Kyle, on an X2 is also racing in race 5 on a stock 800 jet ski. That is freaking awesome. That is so cool. He's like a machine. He doesn't stop.
Yeah. You guys have a bottle of Advil waiting for him on the trailer.
I've battled Caleb a few times in the stock class, and holy cow, he makes you race.
Damien, can you come to the registration desk, please?
All right, we got some XTs and vintage skis racing on this one. Had a 650 just jumped that log jump. We got X2s coming down the straightaway. White flag, last lap. Last lap for these X2 riders here.
This is where passes get made. These guys go, oh my God, I'm running out of race. Grab the throttle, go faster.
Usually said, oh my God, one more lap.
Right now, it's only a 2-buoy split between the entire podium, so any mistake can be huge.
It takes a lot to get up on an X2, right, Matt? You tried one of those riding this.
X2 guys are nuts. The vintage guys in general, you got to watch out for them in the pits. They're a little loopy. They got a lot of premixed gas just floating around in their trailers, and oh my goodness, they get the soul points. They're awesome.
They can balance on a 2x4, but that's almost like riding an X2.
Take a brick and tie a milk jug to it, and call it an X2.
All right, we got the split coming down. After the split, it'll be coming up for the checkered.
This is going to be close. Our leader's kind of peeling away. Number 11, Caleb Kyle.
All right, checkered flag is up.
Here it comes. He's looking back behind him. He knows he's got it a little bit.
I think he's slowing
Ladies and
down.
gentlemen, little
yeah.
showboating down the finish
guys are
line.
they're all
Ladies
having way
and
too much
gentlemen,
fun.
and a summary, your winner, Caleb, number 11, Caleb Kyle.
Too much fun.
Showboating is what we love in jet ski racing. Some say not needed. Some say it's way needed. We got an awesome crash over the log jump.
Why not?
Why not?
Going for broke, literally.
Going for broke, ladies and gentlemen. Our winner, number 4X in the vintage GP1 class, Scott Warner. Let's see if we can drag his butt out of the water. He's probably so tired from winning that race that he don't even want to swim. He can just raise his hand up and say help.
That's like the boat's like what, 5 feet from him, and he's not even swimming to it.
He could have fell on top of the boat, and he'd probably still have his hand up. There's a small taste of some of the freestyle action you could expect in the jet ski sport. Let's give it up for JB, our course official out there on the water, keeping everybody safe. He's awesome. He's awesome. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, so we got to keep these races going. Thank you so much to all the racers for being there at the starting line.
Ladies and gentlemen, GP4, one of our premier classes. This is ski lights. So what these are, this class is it's one of our biggest classes on tour. We've got guys from 18 years old all the way to 40 years old. Everybody loves to have a stock jet ski, and here's the class to race him in.
That's right, and on our lineup, we're going to have on the 00 boat, Jeff Gosley. He's out of Marysville, Washington, and he's riding for Paulson's Motorsports.
Next to him, number 26, Caleb Kyle, out of Bishop, California. He's sponsored by KMG Racing, Penny Crev, Window Fair, Jet Sports, Bomber Eyewear, and Pro Watercraft.
And on the 85, out of Stanwood, Washington, we got Nathan Lesh on the Kawasaki, riding for Moto Shippers, EWMX Schools, JC Racing, Wiggins Custom Fiberglass.
On the 88 boat, Ethan Peterson. He's from Bothell, Washington. He's sponsored by himself, just charging along, doing the tour.
Making it happen. On the 100 boat, we got Revan Harris. He was kicking butt earlier. He's going to be he's out of Gilbert, Arizona, riding for Lone Star Trucking, IPD Graphics, Works H2O Designs, and Jet Trim.
On the 151 boat, Kenya Acosta. She's from Castle Walk, Washington. RM Racing keeps her going fast.
Very good. I'm feeling raindrops and feeling wind. On the 312 boat, we got Andrew Priest out of Stanwood, Washington. On the 365, we got Dwayne Bascone, 698, Jordan Jones, 723, Curtis Pittman, and 812, Matt Rollins. No, not Matt Rollins. He's standing right next to me. All right, and they're off. Ladies and gentlemen, eyes on the water. Let's see what they got.
Revan Harris in the front on the 100 boat.
That's two. Who is that, number 2? I got a number change here.
Through the first boat, Revan Harris charged very strong. We have a big crash in the front. Yellow flag, we're still racing. Revan Harris in the lead.
Yeah. There we go. The hurricanes are coming. Tie your easy ups down or take them down because this. Someone
Holy
check
cow,
the radar.
We have a race here.
Yeah, you better just start taking your stuff down now, dude. Take it all down. Otherwise, it's all going to get hosed. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we're sorry to say if you're watching on live stream, we thank you very much for tuning in. But as you see, I'm holding the easy up down and the storms are coming. So we're going to have to shut down our live stream and we're going to try to turn it back on as if we can anytime later today. We're going to announce it when we can. Happy's holding that. I want to sign off, but first we want to thank our sponsors. This is the HydroTurf JetJam Tour brought to you by Bud Light. Fly Racing's making this happen here at the Idaho Shootout. And you can check us out later on today, right, Happy? We'll be
back. We'll be
right?
here all day. We got sweatshirts.
And tomorrow for sure, too. We'll be back. The storm's just coming in today. Tomorrow it'll be clear.
Where can we check? Is that on Facebook?
That's right. We can check on Facebook at the JetJam Racing Facebook page and the JetJam Racing YouTube channel. But, hey, on behalf of Livestream 24/7, Rick Ignacio, the whole crew here at JetJam Racing, Kerry Austin and Bill Austin, we're going to keep racing here, but we're going to sign off and put all these electronics away.
See you later.
Peace. All right, but we're going to keep announcing, of course, for all of you.